Wonderful. All right. I'm not going to introduce myself. You all pretty much know who I am. 3.5 years ago, I sat in a room with Alison and Alan and a couple of other people and went, we keep going into lockdowns. What are we going to do? Came up with a concept called Network Educate Invite, which eventually morphed into Be Connected World, which then got a radio station, a directory, and a CRM, other tools. And good news. My most trusted, we originally used to have a Be Connected World branded My Most Trusted app, which helps you with your LinkedIn outreach. What we did, the first versions that came out weren't particularly that good. So we actually got rid of it. And I've just signed off on we're having another one built. So there's going to be another Be Connected World My Most Trusted app, which will help you with that. And I'm going to cover on that a little bit in a minute. But there's two reasons Be Connected World has probably excelled our expectations. We never, like it was 5 people getting in a room for something to do. And turn it to the point now that we've got over 470 profiles on the Be Connected World site. We've got over 200 people turn up to our events every fortnight. And that's just members. That's before we start talking about guests. And number one, as always, it's the people. Okay, it's the people that run it. It's your Stuarts, it's your Jeffs, it's your Allisons, it's somewhat Mark. I don't want to give him too much credit. Okay, but it's because all of those people have a sharing mentality, right? And so you walk into one of our groups, and we're not trying to sell you anything. We're trying to make your life better. That's what it's all about. And we've always gone that way. But the second reason it's worked, and we've managed to go from 5 people to us, and you got to remember, we were free at one stage. We've got all these people that actually put a hand in the pocket to be members and use our system. One of the main reasons for that growth is the automations and the adaptation of technology. Now, normally when you mention technology, people run a mile, they throw their hands up screaming. I was going to say they shit themselves, but I'm not going to say that because we're recording, right? But people do, right? People are terrified of it. But this is called Adapt to Grow. It was going to be called Adapt to Die for a reason. If you don't embrace the technology, you're going to get left behind. You really are, right? Jeff touched on it in his presentation. Michael touched on it in his presentation. Stuart's just gone all over it, yeah? And believe me, I'm not lying about this. We never at any time discussed that is the line we were going to take, yeah? Industry leaders know you've got to stay up with technology, and it's getting more and more difficult to do it. So you need to be able to adapt to it. So my little presentation will probably take 20 minutes. And it's just going through what I consider to be, you could talk for hours about it, right? But I'm going to pick 5 or 6 topics which I feel every business needs to be across. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and share that. And there's the Google Doc. Where is it now? Where have I lost it? There we go. Slides. Okay. Everybody see that? Yep. Okay. So maximizing your efficiency, right? It's essential for your business. If you're not going to do it, you're going to spend so much time doing boring, mundane tasks. Now, people that are close to me in Be Connected World, they see this all the time, right? I'll put on a VA. And then 2 months later, I get rid of her. And it's not the fact that she's incapable of doing what she's asked to do. It's the fact that technology is caught up and I don't need anybody to do it anymore. And I'm going to use as a perfect example. When we record these, okay, or we record the education or the member spotlights at an online event, what happens is they hit record, I get a notification. I get up in the morning, and what I used to have to do, or get a VA to do, is I'd have to download that. I would then have to upload it into YouTube. I would then have to upload it into the site. I would then have to create all these links and try and get it to go across to Facebook and Instagram and everything like that. And that's the last time I had a VA, that's what she was doing. But with the wonders of modern technology, with things like Zapier and Pabbly, what happens now is I download it and all I do is I upload it to YouTube and I walk away. Because there's an integration that sees that, hey, we've just put up a new video on YouTube and automatically sends it to the Be Connected World site. There is an automation that we have in Be Connected CRM that is constantly looking at the Be Connected World site. And when it sees a new post go up, automatically sends it off to Facebook and to Instagram. You can see it. If you go onto the page, you can constantly see that there's new posts coming. We're doing nothing. It's all automated. When you guys put a post up, when you put a blog up, when you put a connect request or an offer, the system automatically sends it across. That saves me either 20 hours a week or $100 a week not having to pay a VA to do it. Okay, so technology is getting to the point. Unfortunately, it's putting some people out of work. All right, but it's something that you need to keep your business going. So, as a quick introduction, we're going to go through what productivity tools are. Right, so software and applications designed to enhance your business. So, as an example, that designer, okay, allows me to create an ebook, one click of a switch. Cost me about $4 to create that book, which I can then use as an ebook, or I can actually send it off to be printed. They're designed to help manage task, communication, time, and resources. Now, time is money. Okay, so if you've got something that's going to save you time, it gives you more time to be talking with your clients. Yeah, communication is the key. None of this, oh, we'll just throw this out and people will buy it. Alan, you've got to have conversations, don't you, mate?
Oops. Yep.
Yeah, you've got to have conversations with people. And the old style of business, the rule was 80% of your time is spent marketing. Yeah, whether you're networking, whether you're having conversations with people. But the issue is when you're doing 80% of your time doing that, it's only 20% of the time you've actually got now to actually do the job that you said you're going to do. Well, if you use tools correctly, 10% of your time is marketing. The rest of it is doing what you're supposed to do and actually earning money, getting on the tools and getting paid for what you do. So they're going to save time, reduce manual effort, foster collaboration, streamline your workflows, improve decision-making. So what categories are out there? There are hundreds, but I've picked a few ones that I know inside out because they're the best ones to do. So project management, all right? So we've all heard of things like Trello, ClickUp, and Asana, all right? So the idea is you want to create a project, you want to be able to communicate all that with your team. Personally, we actually use ClickUp, okay? I'll go into that one a little bit more in a sec. Email communication is vital in today's business, right? So things like Mailgun, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign. Social media posting, all right? You need to be able to, you don't want to come in and, oh, I've just had an idea for a post and pop that up. You can do that. But if you can spend 1 hour at the beginning of the month and completely schedule everything that you need for the next month, you're going to save so much time and you stick to the plan that you've got. Social media assistance, right? So remember we're talking about the birthday wisher, right? You all get a birthday wish from me and it's always at 9 o'clock in the morning, all right? Because I've got a program that sits there. It costs $5 a month and it sends everybody, hey, happy birthday. I hope you're having a good one. Let's connect sometime. Yeah. My family know that it's automated because why would I want to connect with my family, right? But that's what goes, it just saves you time. The My Most Trusted is another one. Calendar tools, Calendly, Motion, right? Stuff that's going to be able to organize your day. And the most important one, how many times do we go into a meeting and then we forget what we were talking about and we got to try and remember the notes, or we're spending more time in the meeting writing notes than actually listening to what the customer's actually saying. So things like Fireflies, Otter, Fathom is one that Jeff uses for our meetings. Personally, I use the new Zoom AI because we've already got a Zoom subscription and it's pretty close. So let's have a quick look through project management tools. So as we say, the idea of a project management tool is you can collaborate as a team and organize your projects. This is not Google Tasks, all right? It's not the reminder app on your phone. It's full-on project management. So I should have it in here. ClickUp. So ClickUp is the one that we use internally. The advantage with something like ClickUp is here's my little dashboard. This is what I need to do. It's telling me the reminders I've got to do. It's showing me the recent stuff on the documents. Okay, marks on this as well. I can see any tasks that have been assigned to me. It tells me what my calendar is. So it all integrates with my Google Calendar. I can come down and look at what my projects are. So if we go general projects, I had a project for this. Beacon XC, Adapt to Die. That's what it was going to be called, right? So this is what I had to do. And so they all got completed. So it's a way of being able to track it. I could have sent this off to Mark to do. There's comments that are made as we actually go along so I can keep where I'm up to. There's all this sort of stuff you can do. And the added advantage with something like ClickUp, right? You want one place where you've got everything. So if I go to my docs, we're actually building an entire company wiki, all right? So the idea of having the company wiki is any of my staff can come in here and find out the information that they need. So as we come in, here's our missions and values. Here's our core values. Social media policy, all right? If any of my face-to-face guys go, oh, I can't remember what I'm supposed to do in a face-to-face meeting, there's the standard operating procedure for a face-to-face meeting. We can even come down and you all know we're in the process of pushing the community app. This is all the instructions for the community app. So having everything in one place that a team collaborates is absolutely huge. You don't even need to have a team to use something like this, right? But it's absolute gold. Highly recommend it to everybody. Look, Asana does a similar sort of thing. So does Notion, and Trello does as well. Oh, gone too far. So does Trello. Out of those, Trello has a free version, Asana has a free version, Notion has a free version, and they're extremely limited. ClickUp has a free version. If you have less than 5 employees and you're not writing War and Peace in a wiki, ClickUp will give you everything for free. ClickUp also links to most CRMs as well. So you can actually organize it that if a task gets created for somebody in the CRM, it will come across into ClickUp. Email communication. So it's important that you can send out the right information to the right people and stay engaged. All right. So everybody's heard of MailChimp. All right. Most people have heard of ActiveCampaign. Mailgun it's a standalone API provider. MailChimp actually runs off Mailgun. ActiveCampaign actually runs off Mailgun. Be Connected CRM actually runs off Mailgun. So most of them run off Mailgun. You can go directly to Mailgun. It's cheaper. But the one problem you've got with that is you need to really know a little bit of programming to do that. All right. MailChimp has a free version, but one of the problems you've got with the free version is you can only send it out to 500 contacts, and it's always got the MailChimp banner written at the bottom of it, and that's not what you want to do. Okay, so if we start looking, look, you can send 500 contacts for free, then it goes up to $31.02 a month. But these are vitally important parts of your business. You don't want to be constantly sending out the same email to 100 people because you've got to do it 100 times. You need a platform that's actually going to do that for you. Okay. You also don't want to be sending out one email and CC everybody else. We've all seen that come through and we go, why is my email address appearing here? That's because somebody's not using an email platform. They're quite cheap. They're very effective. Suggest that you have one. As we move through, social media management. We were talking before about having to spend an hour a month and get all of your social media planning done. Yeah. There's a couple of players in the market. Now, obviously, everything that's on here is in Be Connected CRM, right? But you've got Hootsuite and you've got Buffer. They're the two probably most common ones. And so what happens with these is you go up and you can plan the entire month of December. You can program it now, and you don't have to worry about going back into your social media again. You can still get up and you can still do your little, I want to send a quick post, I want to do this. But if you're working on a 30-day branding campaign, you want people to know, you need to use one of these. So in with Hootsuite, a couple of plans that it's got, right? But the plans start at $149. So you need to make that call. $149. How much time is it going to save you? Also only gives you one user. So if you've got a VA, you've got to start paying $400. But again, the planners, they're integral things that you need to be able to do. Or you can use the in-house scheduler, which actually is in Facebook. It's a little bit difficult. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. It's very slow, but it will just do as an effective, a good job. Social media assistants, we've already covered on this one, right? So birthday wisher for Facebook. So as I said, I wake up in the morning and as long as my computer's turned on, because it's a Chrome extension, okay, and Facebook's open, it will go through and it will find out whose birthday it is today. Actually, I might be able to open it to show you. If I'm in Facebook, I'm now in Facebook. Let's have a look at birthday wisher. All right. So what I can do, it's activated. I can make a post. All right. Oh, I can go to the settings, might help. I can't remember how to do it. All right. I can create a post that says whatever I want it to say. So what it will do is on somebody's birthday, it will send them a message through Messenger and it will put a post up on their site. You can even get this to the point that you can actually put little images up and all that sort of stuff. So if I actually have a look, Kim Connolly, yesterday on Monday, right? I hope you have an amazing birthday. I hope we can connect soon. She's replied, I look forward to it, Jay. Yeah, some reply, some don't, but it keeps that connection going. All right, so it's a great little thing to have on there. All right, and then your other one is My Most Trusted. So if I look at My Most Trusted, I'm going to bring up LinkedIn. All right, this is that little thing that sits over here. All right, so the advantage with something like this, if I wanted to connect, so let me go to my connections, right? My network. Come on. It's because I've been sat in there for way too long. I was using this morning. I want to go to my connections. All right. And what I want to do is I would like to, come on. Always forget how to use this. Oh, you understand this more than I do because I know you use it as well.
Yeah, I'm still mucking around with that side of it. So you're doing
Yeah, here we go. Here we
go.
go. So I found my connections. Here we go. I don't want to export them. I want to go back. All right. Can never remember how to do it because the problem is I keep jumping between home. Should give me my connections. Show me my. Here we go. My connections. Come on. Here we go. All right. So what I want to do is Alan says, I'm looking for a bookkeeper. All right. And I know one that I trust that's part of my trusted connections. I just come over here. All right. And I can go introduce Robin to Alan. Come on. Just thinking about it. Everything's going slow because we're on Zoom. Alan Stevens. Okay. There's a little intro spiel it's going to send to each other as a message. It's also going to send them as an email. I hit introduce, and then it's all done. All right. So I don't have to physically write emails. They're already in there. So again, that's a free. It's called My Most Trusted. It is a Google Chrome extension. If you want to wait 2-3 weeks, we will have the Be Connected World one, which means you can connect with all the Be Connected World members in there as well. As we move on. Calendar tools. Look, we all use these. So you've got Calendly, which it's a great little scheduling tool that gives you a link. It links through to your Google or your Outlook calendar and makes it look a little bit more professional that you're booking into that. Motion's a little bit different. Some people have heard of it, some people haven't. So Use Motion, where is it? Yeah. What Use Motion does, they claim it uses AI. It doesn't really use AI, but it uses a scheduling tool. And so it allows you to send out your calendar link for people to book in. You can specify the hours that you're allowing people to book in. It will sync back with your permanent calendar and go, right, you already got a booking at 4, you've already got a booking at 10 tomorrow. It will find what's available. The advantage with something like Motion, it's about $50 a month. But the advantage with Motion, as you can see, it's moving things around. It's also a task list. And so what you can actually do with this is as you add tasks, what it does is it starts to move them around and find gaps in your diary to say, hey, you've not got a meeting then, so maybe you should be doing this task. Yeah. Good little tool if you're happy to spend $50 a month doing it. Yeah. But it's all about making it easier for you. As we go through, we'll get rid of that one. Oh, no, we're on the wrong one. We're on that one. I've got that many tabs open. All right. And note taking. All right. So Fathom, Otter, Firefly, Zoom AI. All right. So these are the ones that while you're in a meeting, they will actually take notes for you and send you the transcription at the end. Now, 12 months ago, probably even 6 months ago, these were pretty crap. All right. They would get everything wrong, but technology has come that far now. These things are pretty spot on. As I say, we use Zoom AI. Zoom AI, out of the 4 that's there, are probably the worst. It's still good, and it still gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on. The best one I would say is Fathom. Fathom pretty much works it out word for word and gives you a summary of the entire. So you get 2. You get a summary of all the points and all the action points of what you need to do. And then you actually get the transcript coming through. So again, so you're not writing notes, so you don't forget something. We have technology in place for you to be able to do what it is you need to do and be reminded. And you can just copy and paste that into the notes on the client in your CRM. And integration and customization. So if you're using multiple platforms for different things, one of the main things that you need to do is you need to make sure they can talk to each other. So there's products like Zapier and Pabbly. There's another one called Make, used to be called Integramat. And what they do is they allow your Slack channel, your WhatsApp channel to talk to Google Drive, to talk to your email. All right. This is what we use when people book into one of our meetings. If they go to Eventbrite or Humanitics, the information we use, Pabbly or Zapier, depending on whether it's Eventbrite or Humanitics, and it sends that information directly over to our CRM. And it then creates an opportunity and sends a notification to Mark saying, hey, you've got a new visitor book in. And this is where you save the time. The integrations that you have between your systems, if you don't have to double dip, absolutely huge. Let's not forget the 2 massive, massive time savers. So we're looking at Loom. All right. Has anybody ever put your hand up if you heard of Loom? Okay. Yeah. Well, obviously my guys have, because that's all I use, right? So if we go into Loom, there's a free version, or you pay $20 a month and you get the unlimited version. And all you basically do is, if I want to show somebody something that's going on here, I click on my little Loom extension and I can start recording, and it will listen to what I'm saying. I'm down here at the bottom corner. And what I'm actually going to stop it. All right. And then it gives me a link. And then all I need to do, come on, is copy that link. Oh, no, I don't want to contact sales, hit the wrong button. I copy that link and I send it through. So I communicate with all of my team through Loom. All right. This is a 22-second thing I was showing somebody about My Most Trusted. Actually, it was a client that wanted to remove a My Most Trusted, and she reached out. She said, do you know how I do this? So it was 27 seconds. You can vary the speed that it plays back. For me to help her normally, I would have had to ring her, try and get her on a Zoom call, find a time that suits us both, to literally spend 27 seconds to show her what I needed to do and get my message across. What I did is I recorded this. So I sent her the link. 20 minutes later, she sends me a message. Thank you, fixed, not a problem. And you've got a library of all of this stuff that you can actually do. So like I say, what we do here, any meeting, this just cuts down on unnecessary meetings. We have too many meetings as well that are factual meetings. They're not. I meet with Alan every Friday, right? These are not factual meetings. These are get to know each other. These are relationship meetings. But we have too many factual meetings that take half an hour that only need 30 seconds. Yeah. Those 30 seconds you can stick in a Loom. So that's a big one to do. And the last one is ChatGPT. Guys, If you're not using ChatGPT, you are missing out. All right. I proved a point this morning. Now, this isn't like Jeff's nice presentation with all of his whistles and bells and pictures. It's a very, very basic presentation, right? I didn't write it. I just told ChatGPT, this is what I want to talk about. And it gave me the format and said, this is what you want to do. So the amount of things you can do with ChatGPT, all right? I was playing around with it this morning. I went, here's my picture, turn me into an AI robot. It turned it into that. I mean, that's not right because I want to wear glasses, put spectacles on. So it put spectacles on. I'm saying, no, well, that's not right. I need to be facing to the right and I need to wear a black suit. There you go. All right? It does what you tell it to do. And it's really, really good at doing that. And the more you utilize ChatGPT, the more it gets to know you. Now, as you're aware, we have the Be Connected bots. All right. Now, one of the people said, somebody said to me, why are you doing that? Why are you giving those away? The reason we created the bots and we gave them away, when you are using a bot, it needs to be trained. Whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's an AI bot in a CRM, doesn't matter. It needs to be trained. We produced 6 bots. We've actually got 22 that we've made, but we've released 6 of them. And we needed to train them on social media, SEO, content repurposing. I don't have time to sit there and train them. Is there anybody in this room that used our Be Connected bots? Show us your hands. Just had a bit of a play with them. Thank you for training my bot. That's exactly what you just did. Yeah? You've gone in and you've asked it business-related questions, which meant I didn't have to do it. Every time somebody uses it, the next person that comes in gets a more precise response. Yeah? I'm going to give you one more example. I'm going to share the whole desktop this time. All right? And I'm going to open up a incognito window. I'm going to look for a chemist that is open till 8 p.m. in Woy Woy, New South Wales. Actually, I'm going to do it on a different one because that's all done up. Let's go into that one. Paste. I've got these Peninsula Plaza. That's no, yeah, that's not, but that's Woolworths. All right. Google only gives you basic crappy information that come through. Deepwater Plaza, but yeah, that's not a chemist. All right. Late Night West Gosford. That's not Woy Woy. All right. I'm going to have to go through all of these to try and find one. Watch this. I've actually set up ChatGPT as my search engine. Chemist that's opening, look at that. It's told me straight away the only chemist that is open in Woy Woy till 8 o'clock. Because the way a GPT works, you train it on documents, you train it on websites. If you don't give it the specific information that you want it to. So you can say, here is my wiki, and all it will do is answer on that wiki. But if it can't find the answer on that wiki, it goes to Google. Yeah. When it goes to Google, it will only look for what you've told it. So when you ask for something on Google, it will give you 1,000,001 options. You can actually download the ChatGPT Chrome extension so that it becomes your default browser and you will get the correct answer every time. The advantage of that on top of that is you're also training your own GPT on what you're looking for. The next time you ask a question, you're going to get even more precise answers. That's it, guys. That's all I wanted to go through. All this stuff that's out there that we're not using. Yeah. Some people are, some people aren't. Yeah. Use it. If you save yourself an hour a day, time is money.